Hello everyone, and welcome to another J. Robinson Art Peiloff Paint and Peel project. Today we're going to be painting some Valentine's lovebirds. And what I'd like to do is first introduce you to the products that we're going to be using today, and then we're just going to get right into it and have some fun and push around a few colors. I have a cup of water off to the right on the camera. I have provided you with some very nice brushes and a foam brush to be able to paint the project. I've also given you a spatula that we're going to be used to remove the peel off. I've given you a paper towel, a plastic apron, and some very nice colors. We're going to work with white, red, yellow, and black. This is the project that we're going to be painting today. This happens to be on a 9x12 canvas. We're going to be working on an 8x10, but I just wanted to show you that you can take our peel-off peels and apply them to a variety of different size canvases and different surfaces. They're available as single packs, which will be available soon on our website. This is our 8x10 canvas. It's set up to where you have the birds just nestled on the canvas. And what we're going to do, let me remove these tubes of paint, is we're going to get right into the first and only color mix that we're going to be doing during this particular painting. And I have my own little beat up brushes that I like to use, and I always recommend if you have your own brushes, please feel free to use them. There's a level of comfort that you have with them, and it almost makes you feel like a sense of power when you work with stuff that you're already comfortable with. However, the brushes that we provide you with are more than adequate to do the job, and I'm sure that they'll become part of your comfort zone as well. So the first thing we'd like to do is take a little bit of white and a tiny bit of red and just swirl that together, and you see, you create a nice pink. Now what you would do with the pink, and of course you would make a lot more than what I've made here, is you would take the paint using your flat brush or your foam brush and just merely paint the entire canvas pink. You would paint over the peel and everything. And once you get it all nice and pink, it should look like this. Now with this being painted pink, we're just going to delve into the actual painting part of the project, which would allow me to spend more time showing you how to set that up than you sitting and watching me paint the entire background pink. But that's as easy as it is to paint the background. Once you have your pink canvas, I would prefer that you let it dry for a couple of minutes. You can listen to a song or two, go have some coffee, call a friend, chat with a neighbor, and then come back, and your painting should be nice and dry. And then what you want to do is grab your spatula and hold it something like this, because we're just going to be using any of these corners, or even this if needed. Because what we want to do is just take the spatula and just dig under anywhere that we can get to lift going. Once we get a little bit of a lift going, we're just going to peel at a 45-degree angle. Should your peel pop for any reason, just go ahead and take that piece off too. So now we're going to go and take the next bird. Again, we're just looking for a spot anywhere that we can dig under, get the peel started, and simply peel off our birds. And there. Now we have both of our birds already affixed, so let's just dive right in. I'm going to take this flat brush. I'm going to go right into some red, and I'm going to paint this bird completely red. And to do that, I just like to go right along the edges. See, like that, just to straighten out. Get that going like that, and then I'll fill in. And I'll be doing this around the entire bird. The first bird is red. The second bird will be white. And we'll work that later. But if you notice, when you're painting with this, you just want to take your time. Make sure you don't lose the shape. So I like to take the brush and just guide it right along the edges to maintain that shape Excuse my hand for being in the way. It'll be out of the way in a second. Just stroke the brush nice and carefully, staying in the inside. And see, once I get that outline like so, I just take the brush and just fill it in. Sometimes there's already paint just waiting there. I just stroke nice and gently. Try to get rid of the brush strokes. Make sure I stay within the context, the line. There, his tail is done. So now, let's go around his head. Now his wing is hidden, but we're going to bring that out with some black later on, and I'll show you exactly how to do that part. But for right now, I just want to very, very carefully come close. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop here for a second. So I want to show you where his beak is so you don't lose that. So here, why don't we just clean off the brush real quick. Wipe it on a paper towel. Just pick up some yellow, small amount of yellow. We always give you more paint than you'll need, and I squeeze out enough so you can see it in the video. Right here is a beak, so I'm just going to stroke in kind of a triangular shape, and I'm going to say, there's beak number 1. Go to the next bird, go right into the point, make a little triangular shape, and there is beak number 2. Now with those yellows being in place, the remaining part of this red is going to go around all of that. So we've defined where the beak is, so now we know where to stop with the red so that we could just leave the beak as yellow as we can. So I don't know if you know about color mixing, which I'm sure a lot of you do, but if you mix yellow and red together, you get orange. So we definitely don't want to paint that unless we want the beak orange. I want my beak to remain a nice, bright yellow for this painting. And see, I'm just going to keep feathering around, taking my time, and just go right around the edge of the bird like I told you. So once I get this settled in, then this part just becomes a lot of strokes. Because I have my edge, it's nice and defined. So now I can just go right inside here. You see? And for me, by using this long pointed brush, you get to see the brush strokes better. And my hand is not always going to be in your way. My job is to show you how to do things, and then you should be able to take it from there and then develop it and do your own thing. And there. Our first bird is done. I'm happy with that. That looks pretty good to me. So let me clean off my brush. And now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to take some white. And even though the canvas is white, I'm just going to paint some white into this bird because I want to clean up the lines that was created by the peel. And just block it in just like I did the red. Except now I'm just going to use white and let that white help define bird number 2. Now I could be a little bit freer here because I don't really need the entire bird painted as much as I did the red one. But here's where I get to take the brush, clean up some lines, and add some color to help soften up some of the decorations that's going to come in later on. Okay, looking good. Just gonna take a lot here and just go around and add some of that. Okay, so now we have our second bird, has some color in it. So now we have our red bird and we have our white bird. Just gonna clean off the brush. See? And what I think we're going to do next is we're going to pick up the script liner brush, which this is mine, this is yours, same thing. I'm going to dip mine into some water, twirl it on my paper towel, and then we're going to pick up a color. Let's continue with the white. Now what we're going to be creating right now is some elements of decoration. It's like a branch, if you will, but it's kind of artistically rendered. So I'm just going to take the white, I'm going to twirl the brush right around here like so. And I'm just going to fake as if I'm going over my bird and just come as close to it as I want to, like that, and stop. Yeah, I know it's white and I could paint over, but I want to show you how you should be handling all the colors. So you just make your line go through. Now this line, I'm going to bring it up to the bird that's sitting over here. See what I did? I twirled it, went through, brought the line right up to the body of the bird, the red bird, and then I'm going to take and come around here like this and curl it like so. And that's going to be the start of the design that I'm going to call a twig. You know, let's take some of this white again. And let's just make one more on this side that maybe just goes off from here. Maybe it twirls around like that. We don't have to do this one. We're going to leave that one just like that. Let's go with our next color. Let's go with red. Take some red. I'm going to go right in the inside. And right along the edge of that white line, I'm just going to take this and keep creating that same decoration. Let it just go around. I'm just drawing along the same line. Come right up to the bird. Stop. Pick up on the other side. Go up to the bird itself. Stop. Maybe just keep going on around like so. This is just a decoration, but it adds a little something to the painting. There. That looks nice. Don't forget the one in the back. Let's just go maybe on the flip side of this one. Let's go underneath here and go like this with the red. Just going to drag it right along the line and let it come like so. There. Let's go with some black. Let's take some black. And maybe we'll go in the inside one more time. And we're just going to make the black right along the red. And see, I'm just guiding the brush right along the line. Now for this one, I think I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I'm going to take this, and instead of going across the top, I'm going to go across the bottom. It's my decoration. I could make it any way that I want. And I suggest you do the same. Because I'll be outlining the bird in black in a few, and I don't want those two lines to to crash with one another. So I'm just going to go around this area here. And of course, we're going to do this side. But I'm going to continue to stay underneath, just like that. There. There you go. And last but not least, let's go with some yellow. We're just going to use the colors that we have to make our decoration. This one, I'm going to go right along the top again. Just going to go right here. Just let it just go like that. And this one, I'm just going to drag it right along the edge. Right along the top. Just to put that yellow in. See that? Just dragging the brush right around. Don't worry, it's going to pay off dividends later. And then over here, we're just going to go right to the bottom. And just go like that. There. And there's our decoration. Now at this point, what you could also do is you could take some white. I'm gonna make a couple of nice size hearts right here. Make one white right here, turning it like that. Bring it around. Let it go like so. Make the little loopy. Then connect up here and come around and make a heart. And let's do another one right over here. So we're just going to turn this one sideways. It's going to make a shape like so. Make a little line here. And turn this one there, like that. Let's do a couple of red ones. Then we're going to get into our bird. Let's go into some red. Maybe this one is a little bit of an angle over here, like this. I'm just making some decoration, just adding some extra little accents to the background of my painting, like that. Yeah, that's a nice heart. Love is in the air. And then maybe there's another one that's right here. Just gonna make a shape. See? Turn it like so. There. Now you can put as many of these or as few of these or none of these as you would like. I just wanted them to add decoration. Now what I'd like to do is start defining the birds. So the first thing I want to do is put some black on the brush. Just twirling the brush around, keeping it to a point. And I want to define the wing. So the wing is also a heart shape. So let's just go right over here and just draw right along the edge. See? Just go where you can see first. And you see, now from here, I'm going to develop the heart. So I'm going to take and do the top part of the heart, like maybe it curls over like that. Oh, that's cool, right? And then over here, we just do it like that. And there's wing number one. Now his tail is also a heart shape. So why don't we just go right along the edge. Go right along the edge. Come right into the body. Like so. Make sure we make a little bit of a point. Like that. See, just go right along the edge. And all I'm doing is guiding the brush right along the edges, and I'm creating these other heart shapes that represent the body of the bird. And of course, we go along his body. Now this is where I go over the stuff that I just made, which is why we did it first. And believe it or not, his head is even kind of a heart shape. A little bit harder to see because of the beak, but it is a heart shape. It's going to go around, come like that, there. Why don't we do the other part of the body before we decorate the eyes and all that stuff. And of course, we'll go over the beak too. So let's do the wing over here. Take my brush, bring it back to a point. Now you see where I'm going? I'm just going to take and go right here and connect this line to here. I'm going to do that first. And then I'm going to take and go right along the edge and connect this line right here. Now the reason that I do that first is because then doing the top part is easier, because you know the heart has a shape like this. It has a little bit of a point. And then it curls around like that. See? There's heart shape number one. And as we said before, the other one is a tail. The other tail is a heart. So I'm just going to actually just take this and just guide it completely around the shape, because the heart shape is already here for me. So now it's just a matter of taking my time and drawing a nice dark line where this bird is sitting on my fake branch. And there, I like to make sure I put a little bit of a dimple in there. And now let's do the head. Painting's almost done. We're coming down to the decorative parts See, it's a step-by-step process. It's really, really easy. Really, really fun. You just need to take your time. Let the brush do the work for you. Just resting my pinky there. And now we have those shapes. Let's go over the beaks. So now we're just going to go over the beaks real quick. I like to make sure they're touching. My lovebirds are truly in love. And then just go on the other side. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to make eyes. The eyes are like upside down C's, if you will. You just find a spot, you make a little upside down line like this, and then you just pull in several little lines for eyelashes. You do the same thing over here. You just find a spot, make a little upside down C, then you just pull in some little eyelashes. There's the eyes. Now we're going to do the highlight decorations. And we're going to start with this bird first. Let's go and let's finish up the eye while we at it. I'm going to make a little bit of an arc right along the top, like this. It's going to help represent the eye. Then I like to take and what I call a highlight line that runs just along the edge of the top of the head. And it also runs on the top of his wing like that. And then there's a line that runs in his tail that kind of looks like that. And those are the only highlights that I need. If you want to put one on the bottom, you can. I'm just going to leave mine at the top. Clean off the brush because now I'm going to go into that pink mixture. So I take a little red, take a little white, stir it together, get me a little pink. And I'm going to use the pink on the white for highlight. So I'm going to make my little arc over his eye or her eye. Make a little line right along the edge of the head. Go in and grab some more color. Put a little line right in this wing, like so. And then maybe take and draw a little line that goes from here to here in the tail. And there you go. My painting is complete. Well, I hope you had fun. I know that I did. The most thing that I could tell you is have fun. If you don't think that you have enough of these decorative hearts, you could always put some in the negative spaces. I'm going to leave it like it is. But when you paint your picture, you paint it to your own satisfaction. Well, this is my loving birds, my Valentine loving birds. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And especially give us a like or a thumbs up. And go to Peiloff.com to see the complete array of the large variety of paint and peel-off projects that we currently have available. Well, I want to thank you. And until next time, take care and share a little love. Bye-bye.